For decades, the pursuit of higher education has transcended borders. Students, driven by ambition and a thirst for knowledge, pack their bags and their dreams, embarking on journeys to distant lands. They seek world-class education, cultural immersion, and a chance to broaden their horizons. But this journey, once paved with the promise of opportunity, is increasingly paved with obstacles. The global landscape of student visas is shifting, and not always for the better. In a world grappling with economic anxieties and political polarization, the welcome mat for international students is being pulled back in some of the most sought-after academic destinations. This isn't just a bureaucratic shuffle. These policy changes have real-world consequences, impacting the lives and aspirations of countless students who dare to dream beyond their borders. It's about the human cost of closed doors and the ripple effect felt across the world, and that's why we need to talk about it. In the United Kingdom, a nation renowned for its academic excellence, a chill wind has swept through the halls of higher education. The UK government, citing concerns over immigration control, has implemented tighter restrictions on dependent visas for international students. These new rules make it significantly harder for students to bring their families along. For many, the dream of pursuing a master's degree while building a life with loved ones in tow has become financially and logistically untenable. The immediate impact? A sharp decline in international student enrollment, particularly at the postgraduate level. Universities already grappling with budget constraints are feeling the pinch. The financial contributions of international students, often paying higher tuition fees, are vital to the sustainability of many institutions. The human cost? Families separated by continents, students forced to choose between their academic aspirations and their loved ones. Meet Raha, a bright-eyed student from Iran, who had her heart set on pursuing a master's degree in engineering at a prestigious UK university. She envisioned a future where she could provide a better life for her young family. But the new visa rules threw a wrench in her plans. The cost of supporting her family in the UK became prohibitively expensive, forcing her to make an agonizing choice: her education or her family. Then there's Godswill, a talented aspiring architect from Nigeria who had meticulously saved for years to fund his studies abroad. The financial burden of supporting himself in the UK, coupled with the newly imposed limitations on dependent visas, meant leaving his wife and child behind. The emotional toll of separation weighs heavily on him, casting a shadow over his academic pursuits. These stories, unfortunately, are not isolated incidents. They represent the struggles faced by countless international students across the UK who are grappling with the consequences of these restrictive policies. Section 4. The Shadow of Uncertainty. The U.S. Landscape. Across the Atlantic, the United States, once a beacon of academic freedom and opportunity, is grappling with its own set of challenges. The political climate, marked by heightened scrutiny of immigration and a tightening of visa regulations, has created an atmosphere of uncertainty for international students. The potential for a reintroduction of stricter travel bans, particularly targeting citizens from certain countries, looms large. Such policies, if implemented, could have a chilling effect on international student enrollment, deterring talented individuals from pursuing their academic dreams in the U.S. Furthermore, the crackdown on protests and political dissent has raised concerns about the shrinking space for free speech and academic freedom on U.S. campuses. International students, often caught in the crosshairs of these policies, face the risk of detention or deportation for expressing their views. Section 5. Expert Opinions. Navigating the Shifting Sands. University officials, immigration lawyers, and policy analysts are sounding the alarm. They warn of the long-term consequences of these restrictive policies on the global higher education landscape. The UK's decision to restrict dependent visas is short-sighted and detrimental to our global standing as a leader in higher education, argues Dr. Sarah Thompson, a leading expert on international student mobility. We risk losing out on attracting the best and brightest minds from around the world. Immigration lawyer Mark Jenkins echoes these concerns. The current climate of uncertainty and fear is making it increasingly difficult for international students to navigate the complex visa application process. Many are opting for other destinations where they feel more welcome and secure. These expert opinions highlight the urgent need for a more nuanced and welcoming approach to international student mobility. Section 6. A Global Ripple. Effect: the far-reaching consequences. The impact of these restrictive student visa policies extends far beyond the individual students and universities directly affected. It's about the erosion of cultural exchange, the stifling of innovation, and the long-term economic consequences. International students bring fresh perspectives, diverse experiences, and a wealth of knowledge to their host countries. They contribute significantly to the intellectual vibrancy of campuses and the communities they become a part of. Restricting their access to education not only deprives them of opportunities, but also deprives host countries of the invaluable contributions they make. Section 7. A call to action. Bridging the gap, building the future. In an increasingly interconnected world, building walls is not the answer. We must strive to build bridges, fostering a global community that values diversity, inclusivity, and the pursuit of knowledge. What can you do? Stay informed about the issues, engage in constructive dialogue, and hold your elected officials accountable. Support organizations that advocate for the rights of international students and promote global education. The future of higher education depends on our collective commitment to keeping the doors of opportunity open for all. Let us work together to create a world where knowledge knows no borders.